Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we are currently doing battle against a number of peasants. That number of peasants is slightly higher than our troop count, but we'll be fine. So in we go. Fantastic. No problem there. War's over. So we will enforce those demands. There we go. And disband our troops. But we do have this independence faction and this liberty faction both brewing at the same time here. That's exciting. I'm sorry, what? Is the game seriously telling me that 7,600 troops is 40% of 83,000? I question that math, but sure. We can deal with this. I'm just going to arrange a marriage here. This will be absolutely fine. We can go with, like, a granddaughter is kind of... The age differential here is awkward, but he'll actually accept this. So that seems good. And it looks like that actually just recalculated. Yeah, that's more like it. Okay, so we don't have to worry about that. Good. Absolutely great. So our heir is currently unmarried, but our heir is not going to be our heir, if we can help it. So that's definitely something we need to think about. We need to get as much prestige as we can handle right now. As much as we possibly can. So what can we do to create prestige? We can create titles, but we don't have any to create. We can call a hunt and host a feast. That's on cooldown for another 3 years. Well, we'll accept this guy's feast invitation. There is a chance that that gives us some prestige. Fingers crossed on that one. And our stress level is quite high as well. So we need to drop stress if we at all can. Do we drop any from amnesty for false conversions? No, we don't. Okay. Well, things could get interesting here pretty quickly. We're at 253 prestige right now. And we do definitely need to disinherit. Now, how much is that going to cost us? 300 prestige. Okay, it's also going to cost us renown, which is harder to come by. But for the moment, we have more renown. So that's reasonably fine. I do want to get some upgrades going here. There we go. Anything else over here? I'm sure there are additional upgrades to be done. And indeed there are. Cool. So that is all looking very good. Hello, we can get an upgrade over here. That's great. So there's our cash spent down. What else can we potentially do in order to get prestige? I think we can potentially earn prestige from going on a pilgrimage. A truce. Who is this guy? That's this guy. I don't know if we want a truce with him. We don't have any CBs right now. 10 years. We're not going to survive 10 years, most likely. And he likely won't either. We could, but I think it's pretty unlikely. I'm still going to decline it, just in case. He lost opinion of us because we're a warmonger. Okay, so we need to drop stress, and we need to gain in prestige. That is our top priority right now. I don't want to spend prestige here, and I don't want to gain stress. That's rough. But we can certainly do a succession alteration here, and we will disinherit this guy. Done. That gains us a stress level. We're now stress level 3. So, what do we want to do here to deal with that? Well, we're going to have a mental break, and it's not going to be good. We gained some household savings there. A scheme at court. No mental break? That strikes me as strange that we haven't had a mental break, but we can work off some stress. And does that drop us down? It does. That drops us down to stress level 2. So that's very good. No mental break is actually huge there. I fully expected to have a mental break. So that's great. How many more children do we need to disinherit if we want to have a clean succession? Let's see. This is on Prince Farhan. So that's this guy? No. This guy. A minimal clean succession is 1 more disinheritance. A maximal clean succession is 2. Okay, noted. So that's not bad. That's not that much more prestige, actually. It's 1266 right now, and we can definitely invest some cash again. Checking our way through these... Actually, we know where we need to build things. We need to build things where we need to build things, and it says so on the map. Okay, fantastic. We also need a few other locations out over here, I'm sure. Yes, show in this guy and his 245 gold, but more important, 150 prestige and 50 renown. Done. That is incredibly important. Our marshal is going to be this fine gentleman here, and we are going to... upgrade our military camps here and here. Anything else over this direction? Oh, yeah, actually, pastoral lands. That's huge. We'll get that going. That's financial. I like it. Anything else that we need to upgrade in our capital region? Yes, actually. This cavalry. Cool. So we'll go ahead and take on forward here. And we're at 287 prestige. Next month tick, we get another disinheritance. That said... that will put us at stress level 3. And that's grim. We can't work off more stress until 28th of August, 1269. Okay. So our stress is rough. No doubt about that. That said, how much does it matter? Because this will be a much cleaner succession at this point. So if we die from this, I don't care. That's fine. So we're stress level 3. I'm expecting a mental break. There it is. So we could get running from responsibility again. I think we already have that. Do we not? Until 12 April 1282. So does this stack is the question. Or will it just refresh the existing one? If it stacks, that's really tough. We might actually want to become improvident here. It's a huge income loss, but I think that's okay. Yeah, it's a huge income loss, but we're still fine on that front. So that should be okay. Our wife is apparently wounded. Okay, sure. And we're in debt for a little while here, but that wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, in all honesty. Our wife is wounded again? Okay. Well, that's unfortunate for her, I'm sure. And we did get a county corruption. Hopefully that'll go away. We're only going to be in debt for a couple of months here. So it's a little unfortunate that we did get a county corruption, but it'll go away eventually. The royal forges have been constructed in Fez, and we can definitely get this ransom done, getting 10 gold back. And we're out of debt, so that is great. Things are going very well on that front. The abhorrent fiend. Okay, so we're going to build in our military camps here. We could hold court, but we're not going to. That's for sure. We would like to get enough prestige to get 1 more disinheritance here and have this guy be our proper heir. Now, he is an insightful thinker, which is not necessarily ideal. He's also not at our court. We're going to invite him over to our court, and we're going to find him somebody with high stewardship. She is stuttering, so maybe we'll go with someone who is slightly younger and hale for a penalty of 3 stewardship. I think that'll be fine. Okay, so that is under control now. And at this point, we have 380 gold. I would absolutely love to host a feast and call a hunt. That would be the top priority right now. We cannot do that until February and April. That's not very far away. So all we got to do is live till then. And we're in poor health, but it's doing okay. Hopefully we don't die in the next couple of months here. That would be very awkward indeed. We do get a diplomacy perk, and honestly, I think we're done with the August tree for right now. I think we move back to wealth focus to offset some of the improvidence here. That should be fine. And we still get inspiring rule, so that'll be okay. Bringing us to 11.4 prestige per month. That seems acceptable. This ransom is also in the category of acceptable. And we can start working on some of these upgrades. Let's see here. This mosque, not great. Okay. Most of our upgrades over this way are done, but not quite all. You're Russian, aren't you? Yes, you are. Why are all of our mayors Russian? I have no idea. It's very strange. But whatever. Whatever. We can definitely get this upgrade going in Sala, and that'll be great. The question now is, can we get these going? And yes, the answer is yes. We sound the horn. That lost us 90 stress. That's huge. We're now fine. We're just fine. We ride and gain an extra 75. So at this point, who is this guy? Our son? I don't think we care about him. But I don't want to gain stress. We're going to gain additional stress here in a moment. So this will be fine. But things are really in a much better situation than they were a moment ago. So that's absolutely great. We return home in disappointment, but I mean, it's fine. We can just disinherit our son and call it a day. So we're going to go ahead and do so. We'll disinherit this guy, and boom. Clean succession. We should not have to do any more disinheritances, because by the time the next inheritance comes around, we should have primogeniture. So we should be fine. Beautiful. I would like to get additional constructions going here, and we will certainly do so. It'll be my pleasure to attend your feast. Hopefully, we'll lose some stress from that. And do we actually need to create our own feast? The answer is no, we don't. So I don't think we will. I think we'll continue to invest. We gained a favor hook there, always good. And we will continue to invest here. We did not drop down to stress level 0, which is good. We don't want to be there. Now, our wife died. And that does drop us down to stress level 0. That's unfortunate. Very unfortunate indeed. And that wasn't our high stewardship wife. So we can go with somebody who is not going to create us additional children. There we go. We just want to get that piety bonus set. Now, we just became obese. We can now turn on our lose weight again. There we go. And hopefully we end up losing our weight before we die. We'll see if that happens. It's completely random. But I don't mind having additional stress gain now. Cool. So in Fez, we are definitely going to build ourselves a barracks. And we'll have a clean succession if this guy does die. So it's not a big deal if he does. Either way, we're... It's kind of irrelevant, actually, one way or the other. So it doesn't really matter whether he dies or not right now. I don't care. Either can work. Okay, sure, show this guy in. Your oaths are all that matter to me. Beautiful. Okay, so I would like to check in on the status of our wars. There's nothing that we can do here. We can do things here. Now, this claim is something that we can't do. This claim is something that we also cannot do. So it will have to be the Sheikdom of Wadan, which is this one right here. That would cost us 300. We could declare that right now. And we probably will. Looking in on this guy, again, he would become independent, so that's not viable. And this guy would also become independent. So we don't have any CBs there. And on Sardinia and Corsica, I don't think we're too interested in this. Yeah, this guy would become independent, so that's not anything that we're interested in at this time. So there's literally only the one thing to attack here, and we'll do it. We've got the prestige. We'll declare this now. And hopefully we don't die before the end. We'll see. So we're going to raise up our men-at-arms here. How many troops are we expecting them to have even? Not very many, I don't think. 32k? That's not too bad. Our friend Parween died. That is unfortunate, but it also is kind of fortunate. We're okay with it because it brings us up to stress level 1, which is where we want to be. Now, this is 50,000 troops. That should be more than enough. We're no longer obese, so we're no longer dying. That is good. Okay. Just checking in here. 8 days left. I do want to leave these bombards behind. Bombards are incredibly powerful at this stage of the game. But let's head up over this direction. And see about catching some of these. Actually, war's over. That was easy. Okay, so be it. Disband all. Cool. So that's now under our control. And we should probably think about building a city holding here. And there's going to be a temple holding over here. Beautiful. Checking in through the rest of these areas, we are going to need a bunch more holdings up here. But, of course, we don't control that right now. So that's going to be a little while before that's good to go. Checking in down here, I think that we did need one holding here. And this is going to be a city. Cool. So we could do some investments. That's definitely something that we could work on. This guy is probably not going to see much more conquest in this life. I would really love to grab one of these, but we just can't. So the Empire level title, we need 12 more counties to be able to create that. As far as the kingdoms go, we can't usurp this, we can't usurp this, and we can't usurp this. So none of that is a viable option. I think for right now, all we're going to do is upgrades. A colorful talent, huh? Sure, make a goblet. It's only 50 gold. I don't care. 50 gold is kind of irrelevant. So we became obese, and we're no longer obese. We were dying, and now we're no longer dying. We're going to go ahead and use our house head hooks on all of these guys. Because we're going to die soon, and those hooks will die with us. So we're just going to get as much gold as we can out of that. And we'll invest that gold into our structures. As far as our prisoners go, we should probably... Well, realistically, what we should do is check through them to see if they have any useful claims. But that sounds like work. So we're just going to mass ransom them. Cool. Okay, so that gets us a bunch of gold. And we're just going to pop through here and see where we still need constructions in our personal duchies. It should not be very many places. We should be pretty much maxed out for our personal duchies here. Of course, this isn't. That's quite a ways, in fact. But we should be getting very, very close now. Are you Russian? What's going on here? No, you're not. We just don't have the cash here. Noted. We can, however, upgrade our military camps, and that is better for us. We'll go ahead and extort our subjects. Now, where are my loyal subjects? Don't worry. I'll have everyone pay. And that, of course, means that we can get that camelry going. Cool. This castle needs additional upgrades. We'll get that underway. And there are definitely a few more upgrades to be done in our personal duchy. Soon enough, we'll be able to start working elsewhere, but we're hoping that these guys have upgraded their own things to some degree. Our wife died, and that was our high stewardship wife. So we're going to be marrying this lady here, and she'll become our primary wife. Excellent. So we will go ahead and demand her conversion, which she will accept. And we'll now make her be our primary spouse. And that brings us to 10 of 10. I was hoping that that would bring us back up to 11 because she is a slight upgrade, but it's not quite enough to get us there. Very sad. We'll upgrade our... Apparently our wife was taken prisoner. That's not the new wife. That's one of the old ones. So that's fine. I mean, it would have been fine either way. So we can get another upgrade going. Cool. New stewardship lifestyle perk unlocked. Okay, so probably cutting cornerstones here to make our upgrades a little bit cheaper. That'll be great. And I would love to get these corrals going. Oh, how generous. Cool. So as soon as we get our month's payment, we'll get this underway. Any moment now. There we go. A goblet of very fine craftsmanship. Cool. So did that go into our court artifacts? Apparently so. I'd love to put it up on the wall. That's not how goblets work. But we can certainly put up these hides. That'll be fine. And then do we replace like the holy rock with the goblet? Prestige per night versus piety and stress gain reduction? Yeah, let's replace that. So that'll be fine. We have a lot of need of prestige still. No problem whatsoever spending that. So that'll be absolutely great. Just checking through here, and we died. Okay, so this death is, like I said, completely fine. We don't care about that really at all. We are going to need to make sure that our wife is switched over to manage domain. Perfect. So that puts us at 10 of 10. Again, I was hoping to be up at 11. Just thinking here, I would like to get scientific. We can reset our perks here. That'll bring us up to stress level 1, but we can work our way down that. We have to select a focus in this lifestyle to unlock its perks. That's awkward. Okay, so I guess we'll grab scholarship focus for now, but we're going to look to switch off of that fairly soon. So scientific, pedagogy, planned cultivation, open-minded, and scholarly circles, maybe? Ish. I mean, our devotion level isn't going to be up very high, but Chancellor is fine. We can get this lady in. As far as Steward, this guy. As far as Marshal, this guy. And Spy Master, this lady. Cool. So we have a dangerous faction here. That's not super shocking. Although, I think that that'll maybe recalculate. We'll bite our lip and try to stay focused. And then we're going to call a hunt. That'll lose us 30 stress. Cool. And that'll also work up our prestige, bringing up these guys' opinion of us a little bit. Are we the wrong religion? Hang on, I'm noticing that these guys are minus 100 opinion. No, they're just jerks. Okay, fair enough. So we should definitely find some secondary spouses here. I don't really care about relevance here. We're going to go for intelligent. Sounds good. And then, let's see. What else do we want? Robust isn't awful. And finally, something along the lines of... Ooh, wow. That's a lot of good traits. Apparently we're related. Okay, hard pass on that one for now. Let's see what else we've got. I guess pretty works, but we're related there too. A lot of these we're going to be related to, I suppose. What else do we have here? There's a lot of children, which is awkward. I guess we can just go for quick. Cool. That'll be fine. So we'll get that all underway. Cool. Now the question is, do these factions recalculate? We return home reinvigorated. This Liberty faction is definitely looking like it's going to fire. So this guy is mostly upset because he wants a seat on the council. He's an okay steward, I suppose. Or not steward, an okay diplomat. Alternatively, we could simply do this. Done. Problem solved. So that guy gets out of that. Now, that's not going to get rid of this faction. We can get rid of this faction through a similar technique, marrying our half-brother over. Cool. So this faction should go away from that. They drop below the threshold. Now these guys. This should be pretty easy to do. I don't think we'll have any real problem with this. That Liberty faction drops out of there. And now we're going to need at least, I think, 2 more. This guy can have additional secondary spouses. Half-sister. Done. Cool. This artifact demand we decline. And we're going to need a couple more of these out of here. So arranging a marriage with, like... Our half-brothers are kind of old. They wouldn't accept this due to patrilineal marriage. We can do matrilineal. That's fine. Cool. So now he leaves the faction, and we got to get one more out of here. Done. Okay. Problem solved. Fantastic. That should mean that we have no real succession there. And we were just instantly murdered. So we're now playing as our half-sister. Okay. So that's going to make things interesting, for sure. We need a high stewardship husband here. This guy's the highest there is. Chance of children is low, and we're going to need to do something about that. But for the time being, that's going to be fine. We'll go for stewardship, wealth focus here. Hopefully we don't get murdered instantly again. And yeah, she is our player heir after. Okay, so we're 44. That means that children are going to be potentially hard to come by. So we kind of just need to marry all of the husbands that we can. I feel like. Okay. Awkwardness is ensuing, for sure. We need a new chancellor. That'll be this lady. This will be pretty much all the same. Our marshal will be this guy. Okay. Now, we need to make sure that our husband is on managed domain, but this husband... Can we only have the one husband? Hang on. I think we can only have the one husband. Okay. Noted. Awkwardness ensues, but it's fine. We need this guy. Matrilineal marriage is auto-checked, so that's good. Okay, so that brings us up to 10 of 10. Perfect. Now, this is all happening again. We probably have to renegotiate these betrothed. It's really awkward. But that is something that we can do in the next episode. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, ALS Gamer, Kentuin, James, Shadowwolf, MLohan80, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Unisil, Kadra, Rogue Corvid, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.